This is the Snack Challenge, the UK's best food and drink business podcast. This is the show where we hear straight from the entrepreneurs that founded them about some of the most interesting food and drink startups in the UK scene. This week on the show, we're joined by Raphael Ogurinde of Calyx drinks. We're going to be hearing all about his fascinating range of hibiscus-inspired botanical drinks, why botanical drinks are so versatile, and why they're going to be taking the world by storm and inspiring you on how to enjoy flowers and botanicals in a way you've never experienced them before. Stay tuned. Nom, nom, nom. Nom. Hi, good morning. My name is Rich and we're Consumer Hub. We tell your story right to the best people in marketing, innovation and sales. Thanks for joining us today on the Snack Challenge podcast. This is the show where you get to hear about some really exciting, upcoming and very, very current UK food and drink startups. Today we are very excited because we've got Raphael Ogurinde from Calyx Drinks today on the programme, and we've got some fantastic products to try later, which we're going to get into in a bit. But first of all, wanting to introduce Raphael. Raphael, tell us a bit about you, where you're from and what's Calyx Drinks all about.
Hi everybody, I'm Raphael Ogurinde from Calyx Drinks. I was born in Nigeria. I moved to the UK a long time ago to study, and I live in the northwest of the UK. I live in Manchester, so go on Manchester.
Yes, I'm from Stockport. Big at the man crowd.
Well, Calyx is located in Burnley, so go on Burnley.
Yes,
Lancashire-based brand, and we're proud to be Lancasterians.
Nice. Very exciting. So tell me a bit about your background then, Raphael. So you've been in the food industry before setting up Calyx Drinks, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did I went to University of Salford, and I've got a BSc in microbiology and brewing. And I've got my master's in food quality management. On the back of my educational studies, I went on to work in the food industry from the shop floor with Morrison's a long time ago, packing on the lines.
Yeah, getting some good grafting.
Salad companies. I worked with bakeries. I worked with all the food categories, really. From the shop floor staff to the technical manager within some companies and consultant for some companies as well within the food and drink industry.
So you very much got a kind of a technical manufacturing background then. You understand how the food's made and the quality specifications, Yeah,
it's always been technical for me. It's understanding the qualities and products, understanding and making sure that the food that goes out there is safe, and making sure that people get the best of what the manufacturer intends to give to them.
Great, that's really interesting. So tell us then, right? So where did the idea for Calyx Drinks come from? Because it's a really nice, interesting product. So the product's kind of unique concepts all geared around the ingredients being focused on flowers, isn't it? Which just really captured me when you got in touch, because my favourite drink has always been elderflower cordial, because my mum used to make it for us kids in the summer. So it's like the sort of taste of English summer. So I love anything that's kind of floral and fragrant. But tell us a bit about the business and the idea and how it connects to your story.
Just on the elderflower, actually, we've got the elderflower, new variety of elderflower ones coming up pretty soon. So I've got something in stock for you.
Oh, nice! Good to try that.
Well, the idea about the brand, the flowers, it all started when I was in uni, really. Well, rather when I was growing up. So my mom always made these amazing hibiscus drinks, being from African origins.
Amazing.
And it was a specialty when we had guests, when we had visitors. She would make this drink, she put it in the fridge, and it was like, do not touch, kind of thing. So we always waited for the guests to come around, or when it was Christmas or occasions, and that's where we actually had the privilege to consume as much as we wanted. So fast forward when I got into uni, because I was always far away from home, it was something I always still made. So I always made it at home, had it in fridge. Student days or school days, we just used to top it up with a bit of rum, a bit of
cheeky mixer.
Do those things we do as students. So all my friends kind of warmed up to it, and everybody was always like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Raphael's place this weekend to basically drink healthy, stay healthy while we go a little bit of drunk."
I bet that helped the vodka go down.
it kind of worked, hence why I was still a little bit healthy as capable as we are right now. But from there, it became something that we always just talked about. And one New Year's Eve, I was hanging out with a few friends at the bar in Manchester, and one of the guys was like, dude, if that drink that you make, if you actually had that drink behind the bar here, we wouldn't have to be queuing up all the time. We know the bar people, and it would just be that cool drink. We can actually drink it here right now. And I spent the rest of that evening, really thinking about it. Like, hang on, this, there's something here. And then I got to work a few days later when, into the new year. And one of my colleagues was saying, look, there's money to be made in this thing. Let's start selling it. Yeah. And that's how the whole idea came about, making these drinks, the drinks my mom used to make at home, to start making it, to make money from it. So I took the idea to Chester University and pitched it to them at the Now Food Center. Oh, yeah. They loved the idea about using natural ingredients, because I had to take some of the raw materials. They had to take the product there itself. I did a presentation, and then they asked me to go into the center and try and use their facility to make it, which I did. And looking at the technologies, they looked at the process, and they were like, this is amazing. We're happy to support. So I was assigned 2 technologists to support me in the development of the product, from a kitchen batch to a commercial product. That went really well, and we started selling it in the farmers market. So we started off with hibiscus product, because hibiscus is what my mom always made. So initially hibiscus was the only one I was geared up about. So we started selling in farmers market, and how that happened, I kind of realized that there was a lot about these products that people were amazed about, because when people try it, they go like, "Wow, this is different. This is very natural. It's organic. It's healthy. It's this, is that," and it made me start doing a lot more research, and my research led me to identify the gap in the market for floral natural products. There were very, very few out there, if none out there, like the way we were doing ours. There was zero out there like the way we're doing, that was being sold commercially. And it dived me into understanding more about flowers, as herbs and spices. And one key thing that stood out is the fact that we are all born with flowers, and we all literally die with flowers. So when people have babies, everybody takes flowers there and share flowers with babies. When people are ill in the hospitals, or when people are having a birthday, take flowers there. And when we go 6 foot under as well, it ends with flowers as well. And it kind of understood the emotional attachment we all have with flowers, whether consciously or unconsciously. There was always something about flowers with us. So I looked at how we can actually capture all these variety of essence of flowers from different parts of the world. And there was 4 things that hit me. One was the symbolism of flowers to people, the cultural values of flower to people, the well-being flowers bring to people in their everyday of life. So I was trying to understand how can we take this ethos or these things and put them into a box, and that led me to start researching more about hibiscus, lavender, chamomile, elderflower, and things like that. And one of the things I found out a lot is the fact that hibiscus means delicate beauty. And when you look at it as a plant, you look at the health benefits it brings to all. It's actually a plant elixir. It's one of those plants that can do a million different things. Literally, you can use it to dye your clothes. You can use it to make paints. Pharmaceutical companies use it. Even in the horse racing world, they use it for the skin of the for the hair of the horses. It's used in a variety of ways, but the health benefits of it is absolutely tremendous. And I looked at lavender, for instance. Lavender is the queen's flower. Lavender is a maturity of a woman from adolescence from a woman from being young to maturity. And in fact, when you look at places like Hawaii, and you see in videos and TVs and stuff like that, you see women where they have the hibiscus flower around the neck, and they have the hibiscus flower around the ears. Well, the part of the hibiscus flower around the woman's ear actually signifies whether the woman is married or single.
Yes, there's a really big tradition around it.
So I kind of found out a whole lot of all these things.
So
Chamomile
you got to
flower.
be careful what flower the woman's wearing if you,
Oh yeah,
if you're on the
exactly.
pull.
You know what I could
If you're single and ready to mingle, you got to watch out for the flowers.
Yeah, you don't want to go talk to the wrong, you want to,
The
you
wrong
don't want to get the
flower.
wrong signal and be in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So all these things kind of made me look deeper, and I looked at the part of my research as well showed that we have a lot of health issues within the country, not just in the UK but all over the world. There's obesity here and there. There's teething problems all over the place. There's lack of vitamins in our diet these days.
Yeah.
And I was looking at how do we bring all these things together, because looking at those four ethos about well-being, symbolism, cultural values, and essence of flowers in a drink. How do we put those four things into a drink? And it made me now start researching herbs and spices, and looked at cloves, for instance. It helps with soothing. Some people will tell you when they were young, and when they were having soothing issues, their grandmas used to get those cloves and grind them up and put some stuff on it and
put it on their teeth.
And stuff like that, and all these various herbs. Ginger, for instance. A lot of people use ginger for amazing things.
It's good for your joints, isn't it, ginger? Yeah,
there's a lot of things, but the thing is, they're all historically known to help with stuff. They're not scientifically approved or scientifically ticked off. So their whole history, and for us, is taking that symbolism, cultural values, and healthy health, the cultural health that these things bring to us, putting it into a drink and giving it to people and say, look, we've given you a flower, go on and do whatever you want to do with it. So I kind of pulled.
So it's kind of a bottle of tradition and vitality and well-being, isn't it? I guess you're drawing on that kind of rich associations with the flower.
It is, and it will bring me up to where we actually ended up with those names. So the brand is a jam-packment of a lot of stuff in there. The name Calyx, actually, to take a step back and talk about the name Calyx, which is the green outer wool of a flower. So for every flower, you have a bud, basically buds first, and then it blossoms. So the idea behind the brand is that we're presenting you with a bud. And when you open the bottle to consume, that's when it blossoms.
Nice. Okay, I love that. If
you go for shine, for instance, because it's got hibiscus, it's got pineapples, it's no added sugar, it's got lemons, so it's screaming summer, it's screaming wealth, it's screaming health. And the idea is when we present you with that bottle of shine, we're presenting you with a bud, a Calyx bud. And when you open the product to consume it, you can shine from the inside out. So you could just fly off.
I like it. That's good. So when it's gloomy in the British summer, you can have your bottle of shine, and you can have some sun in a bottle. I like it.
Absolutely. Proper chilled, and you find yourself in a Caribbean ride.
Yeah. Instantly, you're taken to that boat in a bottle. I like it. Yeah. And where's the hibiscus flower from then? Because is it? Am I right in thinking it's found across the world, or is it just spread?
Yeah. So hibiscus in particular is a tropical plant. It mainly grows where there's a lot of sunshine, rain. If you've been to Spain, it's all over Spain as a flower. It's consumed all over. So in China, it's known as it's got different colors in China as well. It's actually in China. It's actually in Victorian time, way back a long time ago in China, is a sign of love. So if I was passing you a hibiscus flower and I'm basically telling you I love you without having to say anything,
you're my bro. Have a flower.
There you go. So it's found in the tropical regions really, but the hibiscus we use, we've done a lot of research, and I might sound a little bit biased here on this one, but some people that know hibiscus very well will agree with me that the best quality hibiscus is actually from Nigeria. Mainly because of because of the soil. The soil there gives it doesn't make it go too red. And it doesn't make it go less red. So when you brew it, in our own case here, we find the perfect color consistency and texture that we want in the product. But as an overall question, you can find hibiscus in all the African countries, literally. You can find it in the Caribbean. It's called sorrel in the Caribbean.
Sorrel.
Sorrel, yeah. You can find it in China.
Yeah.
You can find it in Indonesia, Malaysia. Well, it's the national flower of Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's in the North Korean currency. Yeah, it's on their currency. It's in the Trinidad and Tobago currency as well. So those countries, it's all over.
So it's got some very important cultural references and associations all over the world. Then, so you kind of you've got a drink here that very much taps into your Nigerian heritage and your family's heritage, and your mum's love, but also it's kind of tapping into something that's quite valued culturally across the world, which is nice. Sort of bringing people together across the world.
You've just nailed it on the head there. And what we've done with this, with the hibiscus range, because what we've done with the hibiscus range is we've brought the world to the UK. So in different countries, it's got different names. So in the Jamaica, in the Caribbean, for instance, they call it sorrel. There's no Christmas without sorrel, although it does have a lot of Caribbean, in the Middle East, in places like Saudi Arabia, it's called kakade.
Okay, yeah.
In Turkey, when you go to Turkey, for instance, we get served that red tea, that red brew, that's hibiscus.
Is it? Okay, wow.
Yeah, they call it chai. In China as well, I can't remember how to pronounce the name of it in China, but they've got a name for it as well. And tea is customary in China as well. There's some regions in China that you go, that's all they serve you. In most African countries, it's called bissap. In Ghana, it's called zobolo. So it's just got various names or different names.
And you have Calyx Zobo as one of your.
That's it. In Nigeria, it's called Zobo, and that's why we've ended up with that because of those elements about the brand.
Because this has got some really cool, like traditional African sort of patterns, hasn't it? On the
So when you look at the brand, for instance, we've got two sectors of the brand that we're working on. There's been a lot of questions about how we ended up with those kind of labels. But what we're trying to do here is capture all this. There's so many things for us to capture as a brand, and we're trying to put all of them into our various products. And what you have there is you have wild, shine, calm, and blush, signifying the essence of a flower in the product. Hence why they have that kind of the branding, that kind of design on them. And then you've got Zobo, that looks at the cultural part.
Yeah, this is my favorite design. When I saw that through, I thought, that's so cool. That
thanks for that. And we've got a new one coming. So shout out to Graham. Graham is the one behind our designs.
Is he?
So Graham worked on that design. He got it right. And right now, to give you a hint, actually, we're working on the British design. We're working on the UK design for one of our new products.
Nice.
So just as you've seen that amazing African / Nigerian products inspired by my African origins there. We've got one that we're working on right now, inspired by our origins right now, where we're located right now, where we're based right now, which is in the UK. We've got one we're working on there. And it's going to have a lot of shout out to Lancashire. So,
nice. Love that.
I know you're in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Watch the space.
Well, I'm a vagrant Yorkshireman. I'm a migrant Yorkshireman, really, because I married a Yorkshire lass, so the rules are you have to come to Yorkshire, right? So I was told. But I'm from Stockport originally, so grew up like Lancashire side. So, but I think I've probably lost the Lancashire twang now, so I'll probably sound a bit more Yorkshire. But so that's really interesting hearing about the hibiscus flower, where the brands come from. You've kind of got a global, just a global phenomenon. This flower that you're kind of distilling into these lovely drinks that represent the different values of the flower, and also have some nice cultural touch points with certain locations and the different sort of cultural meanings of the flower. How has the business grown, like, sort of practically? So how long have you been going, and what was the journey like? Where were your first listings? Where are you selling? Tell me a bit about the kind of the practical side of selling this stuff and making it, just to kind of complement what you told us about the brand and the meaning.
Yeah, so the company was incorporated in 2015. But between 2015 and 2017, it was more of a research. We weren't really doing much. We were trying to go to farmers markets. All these things I've tried to explain. I was burning the candles, basically. Trying to perfect the recipe as well. Trying to make sure it tastes great, it looks great, and all the kind of things. 2017, we moved to our facility in Preston. sorry, 2016 we moved into a facility in Preston,
Mm.
and 2017 we moved. December 2017 we got the keys to our factory here in Burnley, where everything is made from scratch. And 2018 we opened our doors here and started, installing equipment to be able to manufacture it. Listings wise, we've always been selling more into bars and restaurants because it's a lifestyle product. It's a product that hones into it's about the alternates to alcohol. It's about the perfect mixer. Stay healthy while you're getting getting a lot of alcohol in you, basically, kind of thing. It's the low sugar product, no added sugar product. It's that product that you can literally take and do whatever you want to do with it. You can put it into a microwave and consume it warm. So it kind of took our journey to be able to move around the Northwest and then take what we've been able to create in the Northwest down to London. So London is very cosmopolitan. We've got a lot of bars and restaurants we supply into London. So one of our biggest customers right now, for instance, is John Lewis. So we're actually approved suppliers into John Lewis and Waitrose, where they sell our product mainly down south.
In the cafes.
We've also got one of the biggest Afro-Caribbean wholesalers, Addis Foods, based in London as well, where they sell our products. Up north here, you find us in places like Jean de Vries, whom have a selection of health stores. One of them is in Chorley, not far away from us. In the town centre there. So you can find us in places like that. And right now we've just got our listing as well with Boot, and we're gonna be announcing our launch date really soon. But we're gonna be available in all their stores as the King of the North.
That's gonna be very, very exciting. King of the Norks. Calyx drinks
arrived.
That's great. So you started testing it at farmers markets, getting feedback. There's loads of different applications for the product, and so you've kind of been working out where the demand and the interest is, and then just kind of, I guess, organically shaping your strategy around your brand values and also where you're getting some nice feedback in terms of sales and also feedback from the customers and the guys that want more. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the customers, for us, it's about the consumer. Hence why the brand is how. So the name that we have on our product, Wow Shine Blush, has been what our consumers told us it made them feel when they consume the product. So whenever we develop a new product, we take it to the farmers market, we take it to the people, our target market. Those are vegans, because our products are all vegan, absolutely all vegan, gluten free, caffeine free. And we found that as we get a little bit older, we're now more conscious of what actually goes into our body. So we go into places where we can find people that are conscious about what goes into their body, and we ask them questions. So we give them some of the products that are our new products. We tell them, how do you feel? We do consumer group focus groups, for instance, where we're targeting people above 18, people from above 25, and we ask them all these questions. How do you feel when you consume this product? And people tell them it make them feel shine, it make them feel bright, it make them feel wild, it make them feel blush. So the blush one, the lavender one, is very tarty. It's very citric, for instance. And when people consumed it, we found out that most of the people that consumed it they just went red, basically. Like, wow, they went like, this sounded like something I use at home.
They thought you were giving them a hibiscus love flower, Raphael. I thought you were sending them love. They get embarrassed.
It's just and the feedback we're getting from all the consumers and all the people, kind of, as you said, it's been what's been shaping us in the direction that we've been going, and it's been absolutely amazing, and we are a result of what people have told us that our brand and the 100% natural ingredients that we use is bringing to them.
I mean, that's one of the things I really like when I was looking at the ingredients deck before this call. It's just how clean it is, because you use stevia as well, don't you, as a sweetener, which is a really great ingredient, isn't it?
Yeah, the stevia we use as well is quite unique. So we're making sure that we're creating or having products that are very versatile, products that anybody can consume. Because some people don't like stevia, but the stevia we actually use is 100% natural stevia all the way from Mexico. So we make sure that it's the raw stevia plants that we use in our products. So everything we use there is natural. The proteins, absolutely everything there it's 100% natural.
Yeah.
I will try to keep it as I can say as simple as possible. So nothing is artificial. We don't use flavorings. Our fruits as well are 100% not from concentrated fruits in our product. So actually, I'll tell you something. Back in the days when we used to make this in Chester, I used to have to go to the farmers market to buy the fruits. So
did you?
We used to load
squeezing fresh.
Yeah, to load apples up. Right, and you think I go to the gym? I don't. It's still the inheritance. It's still from having to juice
apple smashing.
To juice the fruit. We used to sit there all day and just juice the pineapples and juice the apples and do all that. But now that we've grown and we consume quite a lot of it, we've got a company down south that actually does the juicing for us. So they juice it for when we want to produce, we place an order, they juice it for us.
Brilliant! And then you can get the
and then we just use it. And even now that we're increasing and because we'll start working on a few cordials that are going to be in the market soon, we are using 100% natural concentrate for the cordials.
Yeah.
We're going to be concentrating down all our fruit. We're doing that. Everything will be done in our factory here ourselves. So we're going to be concentrating all our juices, all our herbs, all our spices into a thick concentrate of concentrate products that people can actually use as cordial. So all you have to do is mix, add water to it, fizzy water, still water to it as
fantastic,
and make a concentration of the perfect.
See, I love a cordial. It's great. That's a very English thing, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah.
So
the elderflower, the lavender one, company.
Yeah, elderflower. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we got the rose one coming out for the guys in Lancashire. So my Lancashire people, pow.
Yes,
rose are coming.
Love that Lancashire rose. Yeah, nice red. Yeah. So, one of the things that I find really interesting is your manufacturing from scratch, from the get-go yourself, which I imagine gives you a lot of control when it comes to concept development and also run rates, making sure you've got good efficiencies. And you've obviously got that manufacturing background. But what made you decide to manufacture yourself rather than going with a partner to begin with? Because a lot of startups will go with a partner because they tend to be experts in the marketing and the concept. Whereas it sounds like you've got a real strength here because you both market and also manufacture it as well. But what made you want to sort of own the manufacturing right from the get-go, Raphael?
So when we developed it in Chester University and we wanted to scale it up because the minimum we could, or rather the quantity we could do there was 50 liters up to 100 liters, and it was time to scale up. The demand was huge, so I was going around the country looking for a co-packer. And it was a real struggle. Everywhere we went to, there were a few obstacles. One was minimum order quantity had to be huge, which it was a big risk. If you've not been funded yet and you want to produce X amount, you don't have so much places to sell it, then there's every risk that you produce so many or so much and it will end up going to waste. So there was that risk there. There was also the recipe itself, because we were 100% natural, using real natural ingredients. We struggled to find a facility that would do or use our recipe exactly how it is. They wanted to tweak it. They wanted to add preservatives to it. They wanted to add something to it that just changed the taste. So we did try a bit of experiment and doing stops with a few companies, but it just didn't work. It changed the taste, it changed the texture, it changed the whole concept of the brand. So I kind of had to dig deep within myself and say, look, if we're going to do this, and because I truly believe in giving people or providing people with healthy products, it's a situation whereby we're giving you something that you can use yourself to actually create what it is that you want to do as a drink. And I kind of identified, if I'm going to do this, then I need to, bring out my skills here to be able to do it. So I started off just using small tanks. So we're using 100-liter tanks. We actually still have them here.
Oh, okay, great,
for future use. We started off using 100-liter tanks to experiment and use it to scale. So we went from 100-liter tank to 200-liter tank, and from that went to 1,000-liter tank, and we've just been scaling up over time
Brilliant.
with that.
So you've just
And
geared that kind of cash back into the business and just built your way up organically. Yeah, great.
And another really important thing as well that this helped bridge that gap within the industry, because yes, we do this, we make drinks for ourselves. We're also co-packing. So we have some companies that we've actually developed this kind of unique product for that they're also taking into the market. So we've kind of be able to bridge the gap whereby people can actually come and make 100% natural products using our facilities at very low minimum quantity. So
fantastic.
That challenge of having to do 5,000 liters, 10,000 liters, we kind of taken it off. We can actually do less quantities for ourselves as product development.
That's great.
For other people to be able to,
so you've got a real range there in your scale that you can offer for yourself in your concept development and trialing, but also for any co-packing customers that might want to partner with you. You've got a real range of options, which is exciting because, like you say, you're kind of giving back to the community in startup food and drink, aren't you? And offering some other, I guess, manufacturing expertise that didn't necessarily exist before.
Yeah, and this is why I think opportunities to have conversation, because there's a lot of. I remember when I started the challenges, it was sleepless nights and things like that, and it was who is there to talk to? You go into these meetings and you have top guys, and they sit there and they tell you this is how it's got to be done, and you've got to follow that process, and you're like, hang on, this is what the idea actually is. And it was just really, really difficult. So to be able to grow and have a facility where anybody really can come and say, look, this is what I'm thinking. I want to keep it natural. I want to keep it healthy. How can we do it? I've always shared ideas. There's loads of people that don't have anything to do with us, but it's just a phone call. What do you think about this? And always happy to share ideas, because it's about helping improve the health. It's helping to improve the health of all of us, really, in the country and in Lancashire. How can we help each other to eat well, live well, and live longer, less injuries, less stress on the NHS and things like that. It all starts with all of us.
See, I love that, because it's a great theme in a lot of the startups that we've interviewed for this podcast. Is that the passion behind the brand. It seems like most of the guys that we've interviewed, there's been a story there or a problem they've wanted to solve. They've been travelling and seen something they want to take to the UK, and they've just relentlessly pursued providing that product and that solution for the UK consumer without diluting the original essence or concept behind it. And also, the other thing that's kind of cropped up is just how good the UK food and drink startup community is at supporting each other. We always ask people on the podcast, look, if you could give one piece of advice to any entrepreneurs out there thinking about starting their own journey, what would it be? And it's kind of a common thing. People would say, get out and network, go and meet other entrepreneurs. They'll be happy to share their war stories and show you their cuts and bruises and tell you where the wins have been. And that's great to hear you've done that as well. Just on that point, like, what would you say has been the high point for you in the journey so far, and what's been the low point?
Perseverance, really. You've got to persevere. You've got to, if you believe in what you're doing, you just got to you got to keep going at it. There'll always be challenges. There'll always be people that don't believe in what you're saying, what you're doing. But if you continue to research is very, very important. Continue to research, because you've got to understand it better than the next person to be able to champion it better. And that is very, very key. So I'll say perseverance, because for me, I think the highs are usually when I go into a room or meet people, or I'm talking to somebody tasting the product or trying the product, and they tell me, this is what I'm getting. This is how I'm enjoying it. I just go like, wow, that's what I was just thinking about last night. That's what I was just thinking about when we're making it. That's what I was thinking about when we're developing it. And it's more like a closure. It's more like a fulfillment of accomplishment, really. It's like, yes, we actually did get this right. And that's the feeling, because when you stay within four walls and you do something, and then you take it out to 1 million people, or X amount of people, and they try it and they tell you exactly what you were thinking when you were just within those four walls. It just makes sense.
That's great.
And that's been it. I think the lows for me will be I've had a lot of friends that has really really assisted in when in the starting days,
Yeah.
and despite the fact that you've got friends, you've got loved ones, you've got amazing people that have been really really supportive from day one. There's always still those elements where you find the lonely times, the times where you really don't have an answer to maybe finance, or you don't have an answer to machinery to be able to do what you want to do, and being able to overcome that, being able to come up with a solution to that,
Just digging deep.
has always been the lows.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I was just going to. If you don't want to answer it, it's absolutely fine. But how have you financed it originally? I know you went to Chester Uni. Have you bootstrapped it all? Have you gone for mixed investment from family and friends and some angel investors? Because that's one of the themes as well. Is there seems to be no one right way to finance your business, but the common consistency is just gearing it all back in. Well, how did you get started, and how have you kind of continued investing in the company?
So I think what I'll say is the friends have been the bedrock of Calyx drinks.
Yeah.
People around has been the bedrock of Calyx drinks. So initially the financing was by myself, and then friends finance helped chip in, even if it's £5 to £1,000 to £800 to £2. Those chip-ins has really really helped all the way until my current business partners right now, whom are friends as well, and then we've just gone on, and right now we're still soldiering on. So it's just been friends. We've been out to pitch for finance, for funding. We actually, we did get I did get a business loan early years as well through access to finance. So that was really great. But besides that, everything else has been friends, or people that I actually met while networking that ended up being friends, and then invested into the business. So it's been like family. Calyx is all about is about us. It's been a family thing, and everybody involved in Calyx right now. Honestly, wait until you meet them, and the passion they show, it's even greater than myself. I can sit in the back and go like, guys, okay, let's carry on with it. So
that's good. You need your squad, don't you?
Been showing through as a person.
Yeah. And so obviously it's great hearing about the highs and lows, and you were saying that one of the important things is networking, doing your research, making sure you're an expert. If there was a piece of advice that you would throw out to anyone listening who's a wannabe entrepreneur, or maybe at the start of their journey and they're finding it a tough slog, what would your piece of advice and encouragement be?
Look for something you enjoy, something you like. It's got to be something you're passionate about. For me, one of the things that's helped me to trigger this is basically when I did my industrial attachments in uni. I did it at a Heineken facility, Heineken plant. And when I walked into the production hall, I saw these amazing big tanks. They were so tall.
Yeah.
And you walk in and you could smell the hops, and you could smell the water boiling, and you could just, everything was just like, because I don't drink as much beer now, but I used to drink a lot of beers as a young lad. You know what I mean? So walking into such a brewery to me was like, wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of beer in here. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like being in a chocolate factory. It was just like, wow, this is great. So for me, in that minute, at that point in time, I felt everything I've gone to study, everything I've learned from my parents, from my home, from friends, I felt like it would be amazing to have a place like this someday, to walk in a place like this someday, to be associated with the top level of a place like this someday. And fast forwarding to when I now, came across this opportunity again with friends, having a few drinks and looking at it, that hang on, this is actually a business opportunity here. The goal has always been, replicating that walk into that chocolate factory, I'll call it, into the brewery, which I walked into that. Hence why a brewing process is how it is right now. So it's got to be something the person enjoys, because if you enjoy it, then it wouldn't become job or work. It's just become a life. You just be happy to wake up in the morning and just get on with it, and you're not gonna be, you're not gonna be tired. You're not gonna be tired.
So pick something you love, because if you love it, even when you're tired and it's tough and you're feeling alone, you need to keep going, because it's a love.
Look at the footballers, look at the artists. It's to me, this is an art. It's a form of art as well, because what we are doing here is we take herbs, spices, and flowers,
Yeah.
and make it into something in a bottle.
Yeah.
And when you look at the kind of ingredients that we use, for instance, like calm, for instance, we've got chamomile in there, we've got
Yeah.
fennel seeds in there, we've got turmeric in there, we've got apples in there, we've got star anise in there. People go like, how on earth do you come up with all these ingredients in the drink and it still tastes amazing? Because I was chatting with somebody, one of our followers on Instagram today, this morning, and we're talking about the ingredients in the product. And so I was asking, I was like, what would you take out of the taste? What would you remove from it? She doesn't know anything. She doesn't even know what to remove. It just tastes great. Like she didn't expect all those ingredients put together to taste as it did. And to me, it's because when we're developing it, there was so much passion into it, and it was something we enjoy. So wake up and go like, let's put some fennel in there, actually, because fennel gives us health benefits. Let's put some star anise in there. Let's put some turmeric in there, because turmeric, it gives it a color. Because we don't use flavorings and stuff like. So for us, for instance, in that product, turmeric is the color in there, and all the health benefits that come along with turmeric. And it's about loving what you do. So advice: make sure it's something you love, you enjoy, and it's gonna be endless.
No, that's great advice. Well, look, it's been so good hearing about the story, but I'm very, very thirsty now, Raphael. So I need a drink. Which one do you recommend I start with? Which one of the products? So we've got Shine, Calm, Blush.
Do you plan to have all of them? Do you want to try all of them?
Oh yeah, definitely. My kids. So my kids are inside. I'm in my shed, and my kids they always know when I'm recording a podcast, because I say, look, I'm pulling the blinds down. You can't knock on. They say, yeah, we'll leave you alone, Daddy, but you need to share it with us afterwards. So none of it's going to go to waste. They'll just demolish it after they love it.
Excellent. So I'll take you on the journey. I think it's the best take you on the journey, because when we do it, you can. Because it tastes so different. They're so vast out. They're all very very different. We've got to try and balance the movement on your taste buds.
I've got some water as well, just so I can have it between, just to cleanse the palate. Yeah, excellent.
So my suggestion would be, first question is, do you like sweet or savory?
I'm definitely a sweet man. Yeah, if someone offers me a packet of Crystal chocolate, it's chocolate every time.
Excellent. Okay. Do you like spicy or you don't like spicy?
Oh, spicy every time. Yeah, sweet and spicy is that's my thing. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start the journey this way. Let's start with Shine. So remember to shake. Shine is hibiscus, pineapples, and lemons. No added sugar. Yeah.
It's beautiful packaging.
See Shine there, and it's got 35 calories on it. That bottle you've got in your hand, it's just only got 35 calories. And that's it.
Wow. Can I read out some of the ingredients as well, because it's really cool deck. So it's literally just pineapple juice, dried hibiscus flower, lemon juice, natural sweetener, stevia. It's great. Yeah. It's just so minimalist.
Yeah. And the pineapple juice there is not from concentrate, so it's the real stuff. It's not flavorings. It's fresh pineapples.
And so do you drink it? Do you shake it? Do you drink it straight out of the bottle? Put it in a glass? How do you? Yeah.
So think about it this way. What you've got there is a bud. What you do with it is up to you. When you open it to consume it, it blossoms.
Okay, right? I'm gonna drink it from the bottle, because I love drinking from the bottle.
You could stick it in the microwave and warm it up.
Yeah.
You could put it in a glass with some ice in it, and instantly you can consume it. So it's up to
you. That's good.
They all taste different at different temperatures. So if definitely tastes different when it's proper chilled. When it's proper chilled, it's a different drink. When it's warm, it's a different drink as well. So you can literally put that in a mug, microwave or a hot pot for a minute, and it's a different drink.
Yeah, so I this is a very, very unique drink. It reminds. So the other thing that my mum used to make that's got really good memories for me. She always makes mulled wine at Christmas. And it's got that like heat and the warmth at the end of the sweetness. So this is, I've chilled all this beforehand. This is like, initially the pineapple hits you, and then there's like a kind of lemony floral taste, which I guess is the hibiscus. And then at the end, there's just this really nice, almost like chilly warmth. But it goes so well with the pineapple. It's great. It's just like kind of, so what is the warmth at the end of that taste journey then there?
That's the hibiscus.
Is it?
So you mentioning about mulled wine there. There's actually a there that that seals that for you. It just gives you 100% mold white filling for you. So what you get there is a hint of the zesty taste from the lemon, the zesty taste or the tangy taste from the hibiscus.
Yeah.
Obviously, the sweet taste from the pineapple, and the stevia in there as well, which are all everything. What you have in your hand there, is the healthiest product that we've got, because everything in there is 100% from plant. Everything, 100%. Stevia, everything there is plant based.
So one of the things that I've really enjoyed about recruiting in the food and drink industry for a while now is just I get an excuse to geek out about food and drink products all the time, and the kind of the more I've explored them, the more I enjoy minimalist drinks products that are low sugar, because I think once you get into minimalist drinks, like whether it's kombucha or cold brew, or this is a new one for me as well, like a floral hibiscus drink. The range of like natural flavors on your palate that comes through when you don't just smash a load of salt and sugar at you is immense, and it's almost like I always say it's a bit like if you've got a really big spotlight on a like a famous piece of art, you'll just see one detail very, very bright, and then you take the light away and you draw it back, and suddenly you realise there's all these colours and different shadows, and there's the texture of the oil canvas, and that's what it's like with these minimalist drinks. It's fantastic.
I'm really excited about the way you analyze or share and explain that, because that's what we're doing. Because when you tasted it and you were able to say it yourself, you get the different taste of the ingredients in the drink. It's like going on a journey. You savor it. So that's why we come across as a very good alternative to alcohol. You could go into a restaurant and rather than order your mainstream kind of stuff, you can sit there and drink this all day, sipping just like drinking beer. You sipping through it, you enjoying it, you mesmerize about it, you feel the texture, the taste, and then you drink it again, and you just keeps enjoying it over and over and over. And thank you very much. You just said it.
That's good. Yeah. Which one next then? So we tried the shine.
So next, I'll say blush. Blush next.
Yeah.
Blush is lavender flowers.
Yeah.
It's got strawberries, fresh, not from concentrate strawberries in it. It's also got lemons in it as well, and it's got a cinnamon. Yeah. This, for some people, like this really, really warm, because when you warm this up and you put an extra cinnamon stick in it, it's a really, really nice warm drink. But we've got some people that actually like it more as a mixer, and they mix it with a bit of vodka in it, or some people even like it with gin. So you get that lavender fragrance in there.
That's fun.
It's not overpowering. It's just subtle.
I think this. I mean, I'm not a huge gin aficionado, but recently I've been getting into it more, and this smells like it would go very nicely with gin. And also, I love the fact that you've got strawberry and lavender together, because I've never tried strawberry and lavender together, so I'm really excited about this. Yeah. And again, the deck is fantastic. It's just so natural. It's just strawberry juice, lavender, natural sweetener, lemon, organic cinnamon sticks, and it's like all very high grade. It's organic and vegan. It's great.
Yeah.
So
this would be.
That's really good.
Tarty. Citric. It's not sweet. You got a sweet tooth, so this would. I shouldn't expect this to be sweet. It's not. I mean, what do you think? It's not sweet, is it?
I think it's much more hitting this, like the kind of sour palate. It's but it's not overwhelming. So it's kind of like when you have a good sour drink, it makes you it's this kind of ever so slightly dries your mouth at the end. It's just like kind of like dry. Tart. It's like the pectin. So it's kind of it's a bit like when you have a really nice marmalade. It's got that kind of like sort of really, I don't know, like tart, pectin, sour tang at the end. It's very, very much. I think this one here, the Shine, I just love that as an alternative to like an energy drink. Just kind of having it really cold, chilled. I could definitely really see cold. This going down really, really well with some warmed up rum, warm rum drink, or with that cold with gin. I think it'd be like a great alcoholic drink. Yeah,
spot on, absolutely spot on. Afterwards, and everything in there is as healthy as it gets. It's taking those health elements in the product and health elements in the raw material and put it all together to be consumed just as you please. Really.
Yeah, it's very tasty. So
next I'll say go for calm.
Calm, yeah.
Go for Calyx Calm.
So
Calyx Calm, it's got 5 ingredients. It's got chamomile.
yeah.
It's got apples, not from concentrated apples. It's got turmeric.
Mm-hmm.
It's got fennel seeds. It's got lemongrass, and it's got star anise in it.
Star anise, okay, yeah. So I had I was doing a podcast with James Cadbury the day from Love Cocoa, and he had he's got an amazing range of chocolates, and my favourite one that I tried was his gin flavoured chocolate, and that had sort of low notes of lemongrass in that actually, and I think he was saying they'd put juniper in it. The ingredients were fantastic, but one of the things that James likes to do, because he's really into his drinks, is he pairs all his chocolates with different drinks. And that would be really fun actually, doing a luxury chocolate pairing with your drinks. That could be good.
Yeah, we've actually tried that, and chocolate with Wild, it works well with Calm, and it works well with Shine as well.
Yeah.
So that goes.
Yeah, that's really nice. Again, like I would have never ever thought of putting strawberry and lavender together. An apple and chamomile together, but this is really good. And this would be, so we really like our herbal teas, me and my wife. Kind of fruit teas. We'll like on an evening we'll have like a pear and apples, like one of our favourite flavours. But this would, just be fantastic. Just on a nice summer's evening, set out on our patio with the fire pit, just having a nice warm mug of this would be fantastic.
Absolutely. This is a very moving. So now the texture is becoming a bit higher. It's becoming more complex with more raw materials in there.
Yeah.
However, the taste is more simple, and it's neat. It still gives you that neat taste from the individual raw materials in the product.
And again, it's kind of really the flavours, like it's in the nose as well. It's great.
You get that chamomile. Hence why people told us. So when we did people, over 80% of the people that tried it told us it just made them feel calm. When they consume it, they just feel chilled and relaxed. And that's why we've gone for the name there as Calm, because you drink that really while dining out. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like the Shine one that started on, I think that, I mean, honestly, anyone listening, if you want a minimalist alternative to an energy drink that's got like no caffeine, that is fantastic. That's proper, wakes you up. It's the sun. Whereas the Calm, I immediately thought, nice and warm. Have it in a big mug with my missus out by the fire pit on the patio, watching the sun go down. Cracking, lovely.
So next, I'll say go for. So this is a tricky one, right? The last two. So the last two there are very. One is our best-selling product. It's the best everybody likes, and the other one is a Marmite. So I would say go for the Marmite first, and that's the Zobo. Zobo is the bad boy on the block. Right?
I've been excited about this ever since I saw the packaging. That's so bold. It's great.
The taste looks like the packaging. It will hypnotize you if you're not careful.
Well, I like Marmite, so we're all good there.
So be cautious. It's fiery.
Yeah.
It's spicy. It's really, really spicy. It's got loads of hibiscus in it. It's got loads of grape juice in it. Not concentrated with grapes. It's got black pepper in it.
Yeah.
It's got juniper berries in it. It's got cloves, a lot of cloves in it. Cloves helps with teething problems. So some people just goggle this, for instance, when they have teething, when they have toothache. They just goggle it and it just goes. It really just goes. A lot of people have tried it and it's worked well. Some people cook with it. So you're doing lamb chops and or you're doing pork,
like a pulled pork.
Pulled pork. You want a slow cook pulled pork, pour it into it. And then just leave it in your slow cooker and just go away and come back to it. And it's just an amazing drink. So
we've got Zobo there. Yeah.
Yep.
And then that is a very, very clovey smell. That is bold. I like it. Yeah.
Well, like all of us in the UK, let's get healthy. Let's fix out. Let's get the tooth fixed and stay healthy.
Oh, that's
good. So wait for it.
Yeah, it's an amazing kick at the end, that.
Yeah, you just feel it going down, literally, just going
Yeah,
really down
yeah.
slow, and feel the heat.
I've never ever had a drink like that before. The others are all like, they remind me of things I've had, but it's kind of a new experience on it. Whereas this is it's like really, really fiery. It's probably the closest thing I've had to it actually probably is my mum's mulled wine, because it's quite gingery and clovey. And again, like, yeah, I can totally see why these drinks go well cold and they go well warm as well. And I'd love to. I'm going to order under the box now, and I'm going to try them warm, because I just want to get that experience from another angle. But this I think it's the kick that's great about it. It's just different.
Yeah, this was inspired by my origin. Because in Nigeria, Zobo is consumed with a lot of ginger, a lot of cloves. Some people even put garlic in it. The way it's consumed over there. So I wanted to find is bringing the ethnic groups together. So I wanted to find something that works well for an African, and something that works well for a typical Brit as well. And bringing that two together. That's how we've ended up with this product, because in summer we can consume it as a summer drink, and in winter we can consume it as a warm drink. That it really keep you warm. When we first produced this, when we're about to launch in February 2019, it was a bit nippy, and when we tried this, we were all like sweating. It was like you could feel the heat. It was just amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's a hit. This is a hit in the African market, really, really big hit in the African market.
Can imagine.
I would expect it to be even a bigger hit in winter. This winter this year.
Yeah. So I think if I was having friends round and I was doing a lamb shank in the slow cooker, I would serve it with Zobo as a drink to go with it.
100%.
It'd go great with, as straight, almost like a really rich Merlot, like a big red wine, nice big wine glass with some Zobo in it. Go with some red meat that's been slow cooked. It's just that perfect accompaniment to like a rich, dark flavour, isn't it?
It is, and that's what this particular product is all about. It's about the experience, because of all those raw materials in there. Depending on the temperature you consume it at, you get them different. So this is actually for all our drinks. So when they are cold, you get more of the fruit. When they are warm, you get more of the flowers. So depending on what you're actually after, what you actually want to get, depending on what you're doing with it, whether you're having savory with it, you're having a meal with it, you're just having it as a drink, or whether you're having it with alcohol, depending on what you're doing with it, the temperature of the product itself determines how much or how well you enjoy it, depending on your needs or the occasion.
Yeah,
we cater for everybody, you see.
So one of my good mates is South African. And he's like, his heritage is Zulu, and he does this every year. He has a big barbecue. He's not able to do it this year because of COVID, but he gets everyone round, and at the end of the barbecue, when you're all like really full and you've had all your beer, he makes this thing in the evening called potjie, and he's had it on the go like all day, and it's in this like big cast iron pot, and put it on the embers of the fire, and then you build it up again, and like you take it to boiling point, and then bring it back down, and boiling point, bring it back down. And you keep adding this stuff in, and it's got cloves and spices, and he'll never tell me what's in it. But it's this amazingly peppery, like banging stew that's just sat there all day.
Well, and if he wants to make it into a drink, he should let us know.
But that's kind of this just kind of takes me back to that moment with Niv in his garden, because it's just got like just such a good like bangy taste. It's cracking.
Yeah.
So that's great. Right. So we've got Wild finally then. So this is another hibiscus one, yeah.
Yeah, so Wild is our bestseller. It's the father of all our drinks. So this is the product we started off with. It's the original, and it's contained itself as the original. It's basically got 3 ingredients. It's got hibiscus, it's got apples, and it's got a little bit of ginger in it.
Yeah,
and that's it. Including that, we've also including a little bit of added sugar and water. Less than 1% of that is added, and water, and that's it. And it's our best-selling product.
Yeah.
It'd be great to see what you remember to shake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've just given it a waggle. This is good. This is the most English taste so far. This is very English. This is go kind of really, really well with if you had elderflower on the go, or you're kind of, you've gone on a nice cycle ride and you're stopping off for a scone in a cafe and you want a nice cold drink. It's perfect.
That's what you get. Exactly.
That's good, man.
And that's why it's our number one drink. It's our best-selling product.
Yeah,
it's the original. It's the first product we ever created here in the UK, and it's actually the one 100% inspired by. That's how my mom used to make it.
Is it? Lovely.
Yeah, that's the number one.
That is like the taste of summer there. That's great. Yeah. That's really good. That's a fantastic.
That's what when we gave it to people, they said, "Wow, different." And we were like, "How do you mean different?" They're like, "It's just organic. It's natural. It's like being in the wild. It's like just going for a hike or for a walk and going like adding a drink, and you bring it out of your cold pack and you just make it down. You can really, hence why the name Wild.
Really, really taste the hibiscus flower in as well. It's really, really good floral flavour. It goes great. And I think having just tried this one, which is really spicy and peppery, this has just got like a hint of ginger at the end, but mostly it's about the flower and it's about the apple, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the focus on the hibiscus and the apple in this particular one, unlike the other product. So it's just focus. Who are we? We make drinks. We make wholesome, natural drink from flowers, fruits, and spices. And that's what that Wild product there tells you. It's basically the flowers, which it hits you, then you get the apples, then you get a hint of the spice at the end of it, and that's who we are.
Yeah. Oh, Raphael, it's been an absolute joy today hearing all about Calyx drinks with you and trying them. It's been an absolute treat. I'm very excited to test them out on my kids. I think I know which one they're going to like best, but I don't want to lead it. I think they're going to like the blush flavour best.
Really? Wow.
I don't know why. I just think it's very, very sweet. I just think it's a really good kids drink.
Excellent.
And what kind of importantly, the guys watching and listening to it, they'll be really interested to have a look at what you guys are up to. So where can people find you on social, and where can they buy your products, either online or in store when things are back to normal again after COVID?
Yeah, so we are available at www.calyxdrinks.co.uk. Calyx, CALY drinks with an S at the end. .co.uk. We are available at Calyx Drinks on Instagram, at Calyx Drinks on Facebook, at Calyx Drinks on Twitter. And we've got a shop, so you can easily buy from our online. If you're out and about post lockdown and you're visiting any of the retailers, you can find us in John Lewis. And we're hoping to be national with them pretty soon.
Fantastic.
And also in Waitrose as well, pretty soon. You can find us in specific. You'll be able to find us in specific Morrison stores as well once the lockdown is over. You'll be able to find us in all Boots stores as well once the lockdown is over. And you'll be able to find us in Ade stores if you're down south in London. We've also got a new store that they're opening actually in Salford, Manchester. So you'll be able to find us there. You'll be able to find us in Chorley, in Jean de Fils, the health stores there. All their health stores, you'll be able to find us there. And we are actually in a lot of bars, restaurants, up and down the country. So just look for the Calyx logo wherever you find it, and you see us there.
Fantastic. Right. Now that's great. And then Boots as well upcoming. So we'll let people know on LinkedIn. Let us know when that gets landed, and we'll do a little jingle. We'll get another video out to give people a poke to go and check it out. But once again, thank you so much for today, Raphael. It's been an absolute privilege. Really good hearing about you and the journey and trying the products, and highly recommend you. Anyone watching or listening, get out, try some of the Calyx drinks. And if you fancy, if you fancy a treat, fancy different, Zobo, that's probably my favourite because that is so different. And if you want something that's just really, really good and a fantastic alternative to an energy drink, you like energy drinks like I do, Shine. These are my favourites. I love them, but they were all great. Thanks, Raphael.
Absolutely.
And the guys, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you. Thanks.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. Let us know in the comments below if you have any suggestions. Click the link on the left to check out a playlist with similar videos to this series and check out the one on the right to watch our previous upload. Thanks again, and see you soon.